Hello and welcome back to another episode of Insufferable with me, your host, Lindsay Howe. Episode 17. Welcome back, girl. How we doing? How are we doing? Because I'll tell you what, I'm doing much better than I was last week. We'll just say that. I had a damn hair on my shoulder. Yeah, I'm feeling actually really good this week. And guess what? We're filming early. We're filming early. We're not filming late. Okay. I am still very busy and I still have a lot of stuff to do. But hey, we love to procrastinate around here. Well, actually, we don't love it. This is my son, Braun. I guess he will be joining us this week. Let me move Hank. Come up here, Braun. Come here. Okay, there we go. I fear every week there's going to be a delay when, after I press record, one of my animals wants to join and they take their sweet time getting comfortable. There we go. There we go. I don't know if you can hear him purring. I hope you can't, even though that is a nice sound. It might not be great for the audio of it all. Um, Anyways, where was I? Yes, this week we are feeling better. Um, I have not had like any money to do laundry at my complex here, so I've been taking it over to my parents' house, which is a very millennial thing to do. Take your laundry to your parents' house and do it there, free of charge type shit. I don't know if you gather that it's fucking hard to lug your laundry of the past 3 weeks over to the other side of town. It's not easy, especially when you wanna do your bedding and your towels and your 3 loads of laundry. It's very annoying, and I just wanna say, I don't wanna do it. It's not even worth the, $30 or whatever that, I'm saving doing so. But you know what? It is nice to spend time over there at my parents' house with their dog, and I get to bring my dog, and, it's nice. See, I got all my laundry done, which feels good, and then, I got a hair up my ass yesterday to deep clean the house. That always feels very nice as well. Overall, I'm feeling a beautiful reset in the emotional department, I would say. I'm, coming off of cloud 9 from last week, my brother getting me a Disneyland pass. I went to Disneyland with my family last Friday, and I will be going again with them this Friday. And then next week, I'm going with my girly pops. So we have a lot to look forward to. Um, Things are feeling good this week. Last week, I didn't even have any, like, clothes to wear. I mean, I am low-key wearing jammas today, but, yeah, I didn't even have any damn clothes. You know when you haven't done laundry for so long, you ain't even got any panties left? That's what it was giving for me last week, and that's also why I was wearing a hat, 'cause I had greasy hair, and I was wearing, my irregular panties, and I was just struggling pretty hard last week. So I'm happy to be refreshed today, girl. I washed my hair today. We are feeling good, and I hope you are feeling good as well. Summer is coming to an end. That feels good. I'm ready for a little fall action. I'm sure everyone is at this point. I did discuss in a couple episodes previous. I do want to go to a Halloween party and I do want to dress up for Halloween this year. So I am manifesting like a really cool event, whether it be a house party or, maybe just an event with an open bar. That'd be cool too. I do not have any money to spend. So it's going to be a DIY situation, and I am going to have to, pregame with the vodka that's been in my freezer for the last, 5 or 6 years. So, it's okay, we're gonna make do with what we have made do, and that's kinda how we do it around here. That's not really anything, new or surprising. We really have to, fend for ourselves in a way, and you know what? I would do well in the zombie apocalypse, I'm not even gonna lie. I know that's unrelated, but I don't know. I'm really resourceful. Excuse me. I'm really resourceful. And I think that I would do well in the zombie apocalypse because that is kind of the way I'd be living like I'm in the zombie apocalypse now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's how it's going. Yeah, clean house, clean laundry. It feels good. And I got clean hair too, girl. I washed it this morning, like I said. So I'm just feeling good. Welcome to the pod, episode 17. Let me let this feeling that I am having be contagious to you, the listener, whether you are driving or chilling or cleaning your house, listening to this episode. Maybe no one's listening to this episode. Okay. That is also a possibility. Regardless, I want to extend this feeling to you, my fans. I just said no one's listening, so I don't know if there's any fans. But, anyways, thanks for tuning in yet again. In other news, it was my dog's birthday 2 days ago. He is now 5 years old, and I am very proud of him. I'm very proud of him because, he came from a pretty rough situation over there in Tijuana, Mexico. He was living in a hoarder situation over there. I adopted him from a uh rescue called Pups Without Borders. Yeah, pretty cute. And their whole thing is they round up like homeless street dogs or hoarder situations in Mexico, and they bring those dogs here to the States, in which then they get adopted out. Um yeah, I think there's like a big dog thing going on in Tijuana. Like there's a lot of homeless dogs. So that's kind of their whole thing. I adopted him 5 years ago. They said he was 11 months old when I adopted him, and Lord knows what day he was born. So I just celebrate his birthday on the day that I got him. I know that's a gotcha day or like anniversary of how long, when I adopted him, but I'm just going to say it's his birthday because he doesn't know any better. And he was basically a year old when I got him. So it's okay that I celebrate his birthday on the day that I brought him home. Um, Couple things about him. He does not like fancy food. Okay, when I adopted him, I said, I'm going to feed him the best food that there is on the market. I'm going to get him the farmer's dog. I'm going to get him that, human grade, ground meat with, little vegetables and a little cheese in it or whatever. The guy will not eat it. He likes garbage food. Okay, he has not quite made the transition mentally from whatever he was eating over there in the hoarder house. Okay, so after years and years and years of trying to feed him good quality food, we are at a kibble now, and that is all he eats. Okay, I don't want to feed him kibble, but that is what he eats. The guy will go on a food strike. Okay, he was abused before I knew him, and he really has the audacity to go on a food strike because he is not doesn't like what I'm feeding him. I try to make him food, you know, make him ground turkey at the house, lean ground turkey, and put a little peas and carrots in there. No, 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 no. The guy does not like home cooked meals. Okay, he is a McDonald's kind of guy. So, I do have the best kibble that I could find, okay, but I've spent way too much money on way too much food, and he didn't even fucking like it. So if you can't pick up the food at Target or Walmart, he probably is not gonna eat it, okay? They don't even sell this kind of food at Petco anymore. It is I literally get it at Target, and he eats it now. I found one that he likes. So, that's a fun fact about him. Another fact that I love about him is he is the most neutral guy that you'll ever meet, okay? He does not want beef with anybody. And he does stop fights at the dog park. You know, if there is a fight going on, he is going to referee that fight, and he will break it up, and he will put his tiny body in between two other dogs to make sure that nobody is fighting, okay? He wants a neutral ground for everybody. And if there's a bigger dog that intimidates him, he just lays on his back because he just does not want any beef. And I love that about him. He is everyone's best friend. You bring him to a party and he is the life of the party. Okay. He does not like to swim. We found that out, in a, very hilarious way, and he was, traumatized since his 2 water incidents. We put him in a pool at a friend's house during a barbecue, everybody was swimming, and we put him in there, and I fear after he got out of the pool, which he did not wanna be in the pool, you know, and this was his first time in the pool. He didn't like it. He wanted to get straight out. Then he proceeded to hide in a bush in my friend's backyard for the remainder of the barbecue. I mean, he was really traumatized. He did not like it. I think that when he gets wet, he thinks he's going to be wet forever. And you know, it's uncomfortable to have your whole body wet, especially if you're wearing a fur coat. It's not comfortable. So I get it. I understand that about him. And I just wanna say, I'm sorry for putting you in the pool that one time. I've also brought him to the beach a couple of times. One time in particular, we were, you know, there by the shore, and I wanted the water to kinda wash up on his feet and for him to feel like, "Oh, this is actually kinda cooling because it was hot as fuck." So, like, you wanna cool down with the beach water. So I was squatting down and I had him in between my legs. He was there trying to, like, comfort himself. He was in between my legs. I was squatting down. And then the wave was gonna come in, and I was like, "Okay, like, the wave's gonna come in. It's gonna be, you know, hit his legs. It's gonna be cute. He's gonna be like, 'Oh, this feels nice.'" Instead, the wave crashed into him. I wasn't really paying attention to how serious the wave was. Crashed into him, pushed him through between my legs and, like, 10 feet behind me. Another traumatizing event for this poor dog. I thought it was gonna be cool. I thought it was gonna be a nice time for him, but it was not. So, he does really like the sand. So, he likes to run around in the sand and, you know, buck his back legs and stuff in the sand, but he's not a huge fan of the water. So, as long as he's far away from the water, he's chill. But he is constantly worried that someone is going to, put him in the water. If there is water near, he is afraid that, he will end up in the water. So, you know, the guy doesn't like swimming. He does, however, like walks, and he likes to sniff every blade of grass that there ever was on any given block. So, the guy likes walking. He likes playing with other dogs at the dog park, and he is the best guy around. So, everybody sound off in the comments. Happy birthday, Frank. 5 years old, and he is the best guy around. So yeah, that was nice. That was the day that I went to my parents' house to do landry. So he got to hang out with my parents' dog the whole day and hang out in their backyard. He likes to just lay in the grass in their backyard. He feels free back there. Um my parents also have chickens in their backyard, so it's nice for him to kind of see a different species over there. So that's always fun and yeah. So happy birthday, Frank. Um, what's next on the docket here? Okay, I watched Terrifier 3. Um, shout out to the homie for letting me know it was free on Peacock. Okay, before that, I watched Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2. Okay, those were free on some streaming platform, I can't really remember. Um, I think it was on, like, Amazon Prime or something like that. But then Terrifier 3 was 9.99 or whatever, and I don't have any money, so I was like, "Alright, I'll watch Terrifier 3 when it becomes, streaming available," and, it finally was. It finally was, and I watched it, and, what are my thoughts? Not beating the camp allegations, dude. The movie is too camp for me. Okay, and I understand the concept of it just being gore just to be gore, you know? I don't like the whole demon thing about the lady with the, full gums out and she's a demon and she needs to possess the final girl's body or whatever. It's just the whole thing is just so unnecessary, and again, with the whole, the victim should have died by now, but, the victim is not dead, and, he will continue to do crazy, insane, horrific things to this person until they do die, when it's like, "Come on, dude, they're dead." They're dead. Stop trying to convince me that they're not dead after they just got their fucking head chopped off by a damn chainsaw, and their head is, like, still moving around, and then he's gotta do something weird to their decapitated head. It's camp, and like I said before, I like the charisma of Art the Clown, but in Terrifier 3, he's paired up with that weird gums lady the whole time, and it kind of ruins the magic of Art the Clown. I'll say that. Um, what is also what I'll say is, mark my words, moving forward, every horror movie will have a character in it who is a true crime podcaster. And they want to get access to the victims or whatever, the living, survivors of an attack or whatever, and they're trying to get that interview for their podcast. Okay, who even podcasts anymore? Um, I'm just kidding about that, but yeah, we love a little, podcasty character. It kind of just dumbs down the whole true crime podcaster persona in real life when you include them in movies like that. Excuse me. But, um, yeah, so I don't know, I think it was very campy, and I didn't like the whole demonic possession thing. I did like that it was Christmas themed though, because you guys know I am a Christmas bitch. I am a Christmas bitch. I would have liked to see more children die. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, the whole bombing in the mall of it all was a little bit crazy. They are really pushing the boundaries there with that film. And depicting dead kids is it's a choice. Um So that was a little bit intense for me. But you know what? I do love a blood and gore. I do love a blood and gore, but when the blood is the shade of red that's unbelievable, it becomes campy. It becomes very campy. That's why in black and white movies, when you be seeing blood and it's looking like black because it's black and white, that is very scary to see. So it's one of those things. But yeah, all around, I guess, you get what you get with Terrifier. You kind of know what you're gonna get. It's one of those movies where they're like, we're gonna do the same thing that we do in every movie. We're just gonna give it a new theme. So Terrifier 3, the theme was Christmas. Okay. Terrifier 4, it's probably gonna be like a 4th of July thing. And he's gonna be putting, fireworks into people's mouths and blowing up their heads and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I could write this movie at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't be weird, dude. Give me my arm, please. Thank you. Um, yeah, I fear I could write a Terrifier movie and the producers would be like, "Oh, that's perfect. That all checks out. That is totally aligned with the brand of Terrifier and let's go ahead and run it." So, that's kind of, that's kind of how I feel about Terrifier. I don't hate it, but it's campy. It's campy. So, there's that. What's next on the docket here? Oh, I had a bit of a viral moment on TikTok. I don't know if you guys can believe that, but I was doing these videos with my dog Frank and where I sing to him. And he's just like laying on the bed and I'm singing him a song or whatever. And I had been doing them for like, 2 weeks or something like that. I would do just like a little video. I started out singing him Kelly Clarkson and um I sang him the first verse of a Paramore song, um Misery Business, you know the one. And it blew up, girl. It totally blew up. Um, and I didn't even really realize until my friend Sarah told me, she was like, dude, this new video you posted on TikTok is like gaining some traction. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. I like signed into TikTok and I got like hella notifications. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? And like the comments were actually very nice. They were funny and they were nice. Okay. We didn't get a lot of meanies in there. I fear that about TikTok is like everybody has to say something so heinous in the comments so that they can get likes on their comment, Everybody it's like everybody wants to gang up on you in your own comment section over there, and that's why I haven't really ever been into TikTok because, like, why would I wanna do that to myself? You know what I mean? Like and going viral on TikTok is usually for the worst things. I don't know if you guys watch the, YouTube channel Marky, but he is basically just a commentary channel where he, you know, talks about what's going on TikTok, like what's going viral, and he pulls all the information in and gets like, all sides of the situation. If there's update videos or apology videos or whatever, he puts those in. And it's like that's how I know what's going on TikTok because Marky will post about it. I don't really scroll on TikTok like that. Um so yeah, I just feel like there's never like a good it's rare to go viral in a good way on TikTok. Okay? And by viral with my thing, I mean in the grand scheme of things, for TikToks is probably like I don't know, average virality on TikTok. I think it has like 320,000 views, my video. But it has like 70,000 likes. Okay. That's a lot for me. And I was not expecting that video to do that. And it's not 60 seconds. That's the thing about TikTok. And that's what, I would like to get paid over there if I can. But you have to have 10,000 followers, which I do not. And your video has to be more than 60 seconds long. And so since I don't have 10,000 followers, I'm not like super gung ho about making my videos 60 seconds long. Okay? Especially if I know it's not even that good of a video to where like it could possibly go viral or whatever. But um yeah, so yeah, I'm not getting paid on that, but I don't know. I think 320,000 views is crazy for me. Um and I think it's pretty cute. I'm counting my blessings. I'm counting my blessings that I got, a cute little viral video over there. Um, and Do I wanna upload a video every single day of me singing to my dog? No, because that's not authentic to me. I do want I'll upload them, when they come about because that should be happening all the time in my house. My dog usually lays on my bed while I'm getting ready for work. So if I'm singing out loud, that's just inevitably what's happening naturally in my house. And if I capture that on film and my dog decides to be really cute or really annoyed in the video, and that's what makes it go viral. Um, yeah, that is funny, and I will upload that. But am I going to stage this content every single day, and put my dog through that? No. No, I am not. And I'm also a one take kind of girl when it comes to those videos too. Like I'm not gonna fucking do 100 takes and save 100 drafts so that I could, get the best take out of my dog. The guy he's literally just trying to rest and watch me get ready. So if I, built out some kind of fucking song, he may like it, he may be annoyed by me. Either way it's going to be funny, but am I always going to film it? No. So there's that. But yeah, that was a cute little viral moment I had on TikTok. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really post that often, but on TikTok I am Sugar Plum 9. And that is the curse of getting onto an app way too late. I want my screen name on every app to be Lindsay Howe. Plain and simple. I would like to be Lindsay Howe on all platforms. However, I barely just joined TikTok this year. And guess what? Lindsay Howe, that username is taken, you know? So, and Sugar Plum is taken too. Sugar Plum is my nickname. It's what my friends from college call me. So it's not that far fetched for me to use that as a screen name. But um, it's one of those things where it's like, I just wanna have my name as my screen name, and then when you can't, that's kind of a bummer. So, there's that. Sugar Plum with 2 A's, 9 is my TikTok if you wanna follow me there. Could be funny, could be not, could be not a lot of stuff going on. Um, I post mostly on Instagram because I am, at the end of the day, a millennial, and, I like to, post on Instagram. That's where all of my friends and family follow me, and as a result, I have good engagement over there because those people actually give a shit about me. So that's really cool, and most of those people are also here on my YouTube as well. So, um yeah, that was really fun, and you know what? I wish I could make money off of that because the reality of my situation right now is I do not have one single dollar to spend. Not one I don't even have 75 cents to my name right now. I have on October 1st, I will give my landlord the remainder of my net worth to sustain me for another month in this apartment. I don't think I will lose my apartment. I think I'm going to be fine, but it is a little bit scary to know that I will be at $0 come October 1st. And that is scary. And it's not like I'm not looking for a job, girl. I am looking for a job. I be putting in hella applications everywhere, but the job market is fucking horrible. Okay? And I really do not want to work at Panda Express. Girl, I might have to, but I really do not want to. Okay? And chances are they wouldn't hire me anyway because I'm definitely giving off the vibe that I do not want to work. I think I manifested not having a job like a little too much. At the beginning of this year, I was like, I do not want a job. I do not want a job. And I went on hella interviews and I think that the vibe of me not wanting a job was kind of at the forefront, even though I did try in those interviews and those stage shifts, like I tried and I know I can do these jobs, obviously. I'm not underqualified, I'm overqualified if anything, but, um, yeah, when you're so good at manifestation and you manifest not having a job, that kinda comes to fruition, okay? I do need to manifest some money somehow. I do sadly have to pay rent here at this apartment, okay? And I've been at this apartment for almost 10 years. So, do I want to lose it? No, I do not. Do I want to live with the roommate? No, I do not. But, decisions will have to be made pretty soon here. So, if you guys could join me in a ritual of manifesting money for me, and I'm talking just enough money to cover the bills, okay? I do not need to be rich. I did play lotto the other day, with my fingers crossed. I did not win the lotto. Okay, and that was the first time I ever paid. I don't know why I thought in my, fantasy world that I would play lotto one time and then I would win the only time I ever played. Not really that good of a plan, but hey, it was worth a try. It cost me $6, and that was the last $6 that I had cash in my wallet, and I've been holding on to that for a couple of months, and I'm not lying. I am not lying when I tell you I have had that $6 in my wallet for since, like, July. So, um, yeah, I was like, "You know what? That'd be crazy. It's my last $6. Imma put it towards this lotto, and Imma fucking win several $1,000,000." That did not work out. But hey, there are other ways to get money, and I am happy to get it from a job. I'm happy to get it from, some sort of winnings or maybe a grant so that I could continue being creative and doing creative work, and stuff like that. But we do need a bare minimum amount coming in so that I do not lose my housing. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. If you could just say a quick little prayer for me, so that I do not lose my housing, that would be greatly appreciated. I know that there are people, out there with no housing. You know what I mean? Like, I kinda have it good in the long run. In the grand scheme of things, I do have an apartment, and I have a pretty chill landlord as well, and I am blessed in so many areas of my life, and I am not, um I wanna acknowledge that, and that's kinda, like, was my whole thing with last week's episode was like the gratitude that I'm feeling for everyone who's showing up for me. I do not expect people to show up for me and pay my rent. And while I have been blessed with, you know, the Disneyland pass and spending time with my family and my friends showing up for me and um, doing these creative projects and jobs that, I'm not necessarily making money on. Um all of those things are invaluable to me, and I really do appreciate them. I am, however, at the juncture, I am at the fork in the road, and where I do actually need to make some cash money just to cover the costs of living in this town. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on now. I'm going to have to pivot and, maybe apply for some jobs that I really do not want to have. And who knows if I'd even get hired at a McDonald's if I applied. I have applied for some jobs that were, for lack of a better word, beneath me. I am way overqualified for this shit. And they don't even fucking call me back for an interview. They don't even fucking look at my resume. So I've been fucking that scene in The Grinch with Jim Carrey when he goes and, messes up everyone's mail and he has all the mail and he's throwing it all in different, mailboxes or whatever. That's how I've been with my resume, girl. I've been throwing it at every company and every fucking hiring manager that's existed since January. Okay, and we are now in September, and I've only had 3 interviews this whole time. So it's kind of fucked up, right? It is kind of fucked up, like, you know, I fear it's not my fault. I fear it's not my fault that the fucking job market is shit. So, and I do fear finally getting a job and it's not even covering, my basic needs, you know? Like, right now, I can't cover my basic needs, but at least I'm not spending 40 hours, somewhere to then discover that it's not enough to, cover my needs. And my needs are low as fuck, girl. We are living on the fucking brink of starvation. Okay, I wish I was joking. And we're rationing our meals over here and we don't have any luxuries at all, okay? The water coming out of my faucet is a luxury to me at this point, okay? And luckily, I'm insanely fulfilled in other ways. So I haven't really had time to freak out about it, okay? I haven't really had time to think about how my running water is a luxury to me at this point. So, yeah, we need to get it together and we need to find um some kind of income. And again, I have been looking for months and months and months and it's bleak out there. So please pray for me in that aspect. Friendly reminder, I do have a sticker shop on Etsy. I do have hella stickers that I am selling on there. It's the only monetary item that I currently have to sell. So if you are interested in buying stickers or like seeing my sticker shop, I am June Taylor Designs on Etsy. I will actually leave a link for my Etsy shop in the description box of this video because sometimes I be forgetting about my sticker store and that's the thing about Etsy too, is if you're not paying for Etsy ads, then your store isn't really shown to anybody. I get like one sale every 3 months. And I have some very cute stickers on there. So, and it's free shipping. So go over there and check her out, maybe purchase a couple of stickers. I don't want to bloat, but they are really good stocking stuffers. Okay. Um, get your holiday shopping going now and get a little sticker pack for your sons or daughters or friends or foes. So there's that shameless plug. You could buy stickers on my sticker shop if you would like. And my Cash App is, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I really don't want to get donations in that way. There are people who could use it more than me. um i will begin to take donations when I actually do lose my housing. Then I will, go ahead and accept, any kind of donation, from that point forward. But currently, I have a house, I have an apartment, I am living here, um, and everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I don't have time to freak out about it, and so that's actually a good thing. But yeah, we're gonna get through this, and everything is going to be peachy keen, girl. And one day I will have 75 cents to spare. You know what I mean? I will be able to buy a stick of gum and not blink twice about it. So, there's that. Um, did you guys see the Tiny Desk performance by Turnstile? Girl, I remember I didn't even know about Turnstile until like last year. I ain't gonna lie, I did not know about Turnstile until last year. But I was in a boxing class um sometime last year, and the coach who was teaching the class notoriously has terrible taste in music, and the music in the class is usually not good. So I kind of try to tune it out. But after class was over, We were taking off our hand wraps, we were cleaning our bags and our mats and all, all that stuff. And this Turnstile song came on, and I was absolutely smitten. I was like, "Who the fuck is this? I love this song." And a friend of mine was like, "Oh, this is Turnstile." Like, they kinda blew up after their last album because it was really well received, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, I went straight to my phone and added to library the couple of songs that I, heard in the class, um, and I damn fell in love with them. And turns out this whole last year, a lot of people have been posting about them. A lot of people have been seeing their live shows and this and that and this and that. I'm like, okay, Turnstile, they're fucking going off. Dude, that Tiny Desk performance, that shit makes me believe in God. And I'm not kidding. Okay, there are some things in life that make me think there is a God. And it's art, first of all, and I think Turnstile, they're fucking artists. You know what I mean? Like, they really fucking do it big with their performance, and, it's just so pure. It's so pure to me. There's, like, no it's unadulterated. It's like oh god, it's like I can't even put it into words how when I see them perform or listen to their music, I'm like, this is fucking otherworldly. This is something that people they're putting their heart and soul into this and it is very clear and very apparent that they love what they do. Another artist for me who makes me feel that way is Oliver Tree. I don't subscribe to, I know there was some drama with him and his ex and how he body shamed her or whatever. Uh, I'm gonna try to. I don't want to dismiss those claims, but he is an artist to me, a silly one, very ridiculous and extra and but there's something about him that's it hits all the stops for me. There's so many levels to like how he creates that it makes me fucking feel a certain type of way. Like there is a fucking God, And I actually saw him in San Diego, like, on a whim for $25. My friend drove me like, I was like, "Okay, I'm buying these tickets. Can you drive me to San Diego tonight so we can see Oliver Tree?" And, I fucking cried like a baby the whole time. And if you know Oliver Tree, you are probably thinking in your head right now, "How the fuck could you be crying at an Oliver Tree fucking show?" The guy is ridiculous. He's riding a scooter with big Janko pants on and he's got a bowl cut and tiny little glasses. Like, how could this elicit these types of emotions from you? But I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what it is. It reminds me of when I was young and I heard the Goo Goo Dolls for the first time. And I was, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I became alive from that moment. But prior to that moment, I did not know what living was like. And mind you, I'm like 7 years old when I first heard the Goo Goo Dolls, and I think it was, like, on TV or on the radio maybe, I'm not sure, but once I heard it, something inside of me, inside of my psyche was then switched on, and I was like, "This is what life is about. This makes life worth living," like, listening to this symphony from the band the Goo Goo Dolls, And it happened to me again when I first heard Eddie Money, 2 Tickets to Paradise on a fucking commercial for like a Hawaiian Airlines or something like that. And I had to tell my mom, like, need to listen to this again, and every time I heard the commercial come on in the other room, I would run to the TV so I could hear this fucking song, Two Tickets to Paradise. There's something inside me that gets switched on when I hear certain types of music or when I see certain types of imagery paired with music and, the way that that the art is presented. Okay. I am deeply affected by that in a very positive way, if I'm not being clear. So, yeah, that's how I be feeling about Turnstile, dude. That's how I be feeling about Turnstile. There are some performers that are just doing it exactly right. They are being true to themselves, they're being authentic, and but, I hope they never lose it. I hope that they, continue to fucking be badass, um, forever. Um, I did write down a couple other things that make me believe in God, and this is something that I always say, a good piece of fruit. A good juicy piece of fruit will make me sign up for the congregation. I will be a Sunday morning in my Sunday's best with my little kitten heel fucking, praise God. When I get a good fucking juicy orange, dude, oh my God. And orange is like the most basic of fruits too. Imagine like a fig, dude. I know figs aren't necessarily like juicy, but did you know that figs can't grow without wasps? Imma look it up real quick. Figs and wasps. What do you mean there are dead wasps in my figs? So, basically, a pollen-laden female wasp enters the whatever the fuck that is, of the unripe fig through the outs through as okay. There's a lot of words that I can't pronounce in here, but I'm just going to run through it. The wasp lays eggs within some of the flowers inside the old fig. The flower ovaries that contain wasp larvae from enclosing gall-like structures. And then after collecting the pollen from mature male flowers with okay, I'm probably gonna cut all that out because that was fucking tragic, but the thing is wasps go inside a fig and they lay their eggs in there, and then the eggs pollinate the flowers with if you ever seen the inside of a fig and it's got those little, like, flower-like things or whatever, and that's what makes a fig at the end of the day. If there are no wasps around your fig tree, then the chances are your figs are going to be whack or they're not going to be ripe or they're not going to be, what they're supposed to be. Um I really want to see if there's like a fucking more simple explanation. But yeah, we have a fig tree out in front. Oh, this is sprout. Is this sprouts? No, it's not. We have a fig tree out in front of my apartment, and it is kind of, a hassle because during the summer the figs just fall off the fucking tree and then people step on them on the concrete and then there's fucking sugar all over the goddamn ground and then hella fucking flies come and there's fucking squashed figs everywhere cuz they're just falling out. But this one says are figs vegan? Before you go thinking that those crunchy seeds in figs are in fact bits of dead wasps, let us set you straight. There are no dead wasps in figs, just seeds, nothing more. What does happen to the wingless wasp, we hear you ask? Thanks to an enzyme that's present in figs. The dead wasps are simply broken down and absorbed back into the fruit. So, yeah, dude, if you don't have any wasps around, your figs are going to be whack. So, that also makes me question reality. Who but, God could create a fucking system like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that is beautiful. We love that. We love that, and yeah, a good piece of fruit will make me, hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? I'm worshiping now after I have a good juicy piece of fruit. So, yeah. Also, good weather, which is crazy because the most religious people are in fucking, parts of the world that have horrendous weather. You know what I mean? And, here where I live in California, all year long, we got clear blue skies. The sun is warm, but it's not hot. And the breeze is cool because we live by the beach. So the combination of clear sky, warm sun, cool breeze, that's a recipe for me to write a fucking hymn. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking Creed fan. I'm out here, I'm singing hymns, I'm worshiping, like, that is a beautiful, beautiful a lot of people say sunset. A sunset'll make them believe in God or whatever. Sunset's cute too, I really like a sunrise, but both of those things are great, but holy shit, man, a nice fucking day with good weather is just chef's fucking kiss will make me believe in God, damn. Um you know what makes me this kinda makes me believe in God, and also makes me believe that there is hell on earth, the ocean. The ocean is a place where we are not supposed to be, and I do understand that it's human nature to explore and to, try to get to the bottom of, the mysteries of this planet. I fear that humans are not supposed to be in or on top of the ocean. Okay, that is a scary place. You know, it is not safe for us to be there. We should be contained on land. And like I said, I know that people be exploring. Okay, but I don't like people who explore too much. Cave divers, dude, y'all are out of your damn minds. Diving into caves or like cave diving underwater, you are going to die. And what now? We don't even get to, we don't even get the information that you collected while you were under there. Why the fuck would you dive in a cave underwater? That's so crazy to me. You know, y'all need to really get it together. It's not safe out there. Okay. And if you're trying to say, like, oh, fishing, like we're supposed to fish because we're supposed to eat fish because they have omega 3s, they're good for you. You ever seen a fucking fisherman in a little canoe on the lake? There are plenty of other safe places to catch fish. We do not need to be out on the fucking barren sea. Dude, picture the barren sea right now. Oh my god. Those fucking videos from the fishermen in the middle of the barren sea with the fucking yo, that fucking song. Y'all got to be fucking kidding me out here with that. We do not belong out there. You guys need to stop going out there. You know, I I just and I have one of my really good friends is a marine biologist, and she be out on a boat and she be fucking collecting specimens and discovering new species and shit. I understand that it's cool. I understand that it is, maybe a necessity, but that is hell on earth. The deep sea, we're not supposed to be there. Our bodies are built in a way that allows us to stay out of the water. We should not be in, that water over there. Okay. We have developed pools and, lakes, maybe man made lakes, so that we could submerge our bodies in water because it does feel nice to submerge your body in water. But does it feel nice to submerge your body in a fucking ocean that's literally swallowing you? No, 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 no. We should not be in the ocean, and that is on period, okay? I cannot fuck with no fucking divers, snorkeling, maybe, but, usually you're pretty close to the shore at that point, and if you really need to fish, you could fish closer to the damn shore, okay? Any fish that comes close to the shore is probably, you know, made for us to consume. Okay, there's probably an argument against that, and sure, but if it's accessible to us in a way that's not super dangerous, then maybe that is for us. Okay, but if the seafood is in the middle of the barren sea where you have to, it's the most dangerous job in the world to capture it, and so then we can eat it, is probably not for us to eat. You know, it's probably just not for us, and that is okay. We all need to really come to terms with the fact that not everything is for us. Okay, some things need to be left to, live on their own or whatever and their own fucking, you know what I'm saying? Not everything's for us. So, yeah, that also makes me believe in God, that there is, hell on earth, and that is the ocean. So, and those of you who know me personally know I do not like the ocean. Okay. I like going to the beach, but I do not like swimming in the beach. It's too scary for me. It's too scary for me. And I feel like it is my last day on earth when I go into the fucking beach, into the water. A rip current could take you right away, girl. You don't want to be stuck in the middle of the ocean. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm gonna wrap it up there because I really hate the ocean. I like what she does for the planet. She is there, us being in there disrupting all that kind of stuff is probably worser than anything we could do. So this is me advocating for us to stay out of the damn ocean. Okay, but anyway, that'll be it for me this week. Friendly reminder to please subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed. If you like this channel, then you should be subscribed because that will help me in the long run. I really do appreciate that. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please follow the show on that platform. Save this episode to your device. Send it to a friend or a foe. Spread the word far and wide. Welcome to my congregation, type shit. Because I am going to need to pay bills, and everything might be crashing down in the next 30 days. So I do need as much help as I could possibly get from you guys, and I really do appreciate you supporting this channel. If you are listening, thank you so much. That will be it for me today, and I will see you next week. Okay, goodbye.